very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, our students. You are all very welcome here to the RDS in Dublin. Both Roisin and I are delighted and honoured once again to welcome you to a brand new decade of the BT Young Scientists and Technology Exhibition 2020.
A roiní úsla agus a háidir ar géadfáilte ag an BT Young Scientist agus Technology Exhibition a gcóir 2020. An áthas orm sibh a loga eicil anseo inniu agus cóhairdachas ó Críoh as a méid oibre atá denta agaí le bliain beag anuas agus as na tógraí iontacha atá denta agaí. Like Aidan, I'm delighted to be here with you today to celebrate a new decade with you guys over the next few days. And we're delighted to say that this is BT's 20th year as the main sponsor and organiser of this great event, which I think we can all say at this stage is a national treasure. So big bull bus for BT.
Indeed. Right. We've lots to talk about. We've lots of people for you to meet this afternoon before we kick off. And before we kick off officially, there's someone right behind there who wants to come out. He's about to catch a flight. He was here earlier on this morning. Maybe some of you were lucky enough to meet him. It's a real treat for us to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, he wants to wish you well. He's coming on stage. His name is Professor Brian Cox.
Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to be here. Unfortunately, I've got about 2 minutes before I have to dash off, but I just wanted to congratulate you. I wandered around the exhibition this morning and I saw some of you. And I was just saying to a friend of mine backstage, actually, that the level that you have achieved is quite stunning to me. In fact, I'm very envious from my position in the UK that there are such wonderful schools here across Ireland. So I just wanted to congratulate you. And I thought, just because I've got about 2 minutes, I gave a talk this morning about the value of what we are doing, what you are doing. Why does it matter? Why does it matter to strive to acquire new knowledge about the world? I saw exhibits this morning from black hole collisions to recyclable plastics. The whole, you've all got projects that you've worked on. Why does it matter? And I gave one perspective, which is that when you do astronomy, cosmology, when you consider the large-scale structure of the universe, it can often feel that we are a tiny, insignificant thing. I mean, our planet is one planet in orbit around one star amongst 200 billion stars in one galaxy, the Milky Way, amongst 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. And the universe extends way beyond that. So yes, in a sense, we are very small. But also, it is possible to argue from a biological perspective that there may be very few places indeed where complex life and intelligence exist. So civilizations like ours. And indeed, it is possible to argue that, and as far as we know, this is the case at the moment, that we are the only planet in the Milky Way galaxy, an island of 200 billion stars, where atoms have come together to think. When you think about what you are, all of you, me, everybody, we are collections of atoms that can contemplate atoms. Now that's a remarkable thing. Now I know many of you are working on environmental projects, trying to solve the challenges that we face because of our own actions, the way we're damaging the environment and so on. If you think that this planet may be the only one where atoms have come together to think, in a galaxy of 200 billion stars, then I think it makes that one thought, which I spoke about this morning, makes the efforts that we are all making to advance knowledge, produce energy in a more sustainable way, and so on. And just as I say, understand nature more, it makes them all the more urgent and valuable, I think. So I just wanted to take this opportunity, that 2 minutes, to say thank you for inviting me. Good luck. Someone here, or some of you, will win. But you've all won because you've all explored and generated new knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor. Thank you so much. Before you have to dash, appreciate you sticking around. Professor Brian Cox, ladies and gentlemen.
Wasn't that fantastic? What a start to today's opening ceremony, but now we've got something really special for you. During the next couple of days, you're going to see a phenomenal amount of shows here in this arena, and we're going to give you a little taster of what's to come. Will you please give a warm welcome to the brilliant physics of breakdancing?
Love this. Good luck, lads.
I said, are we all excited? How awesome is it to be here at this amazing event? You're gonna have the time of your life. Guys, I am Mark, the science guy, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about our show. The physics of breakdancing is where science and dance collide in a high-energy fusion of physics and breakdancing. There'll be lots of spontaneous dance-offs, some funky moves, and some mind-blowing physics. We're gonna take you on a physical encounter with the natural laws of our universe and show you how dancers use these forces to do some awesome dance moves. I'd like to thank the Institute of Physics for making this show possible and for Explorium for bringing it to life. Over the next few days, you're gonna see some awesome shows. You're gonna meet some awesome people. You're gonna make memories that you'll never forget, so make sure they're worth remembering. For everyone that's here, best of luck. Would you like to see some more physics in action? I like it, all right. Make some noise for the B-boys. DJ, drop that beat. BTYSTE, show us what you got. What? Don't kill him. We need him for the shows. Oh yeah, love it, love it. Yeah, make some noise, BTYSTE. fantastic time. Enjoyed a few days. Make sure you come check out all the amazing shows in the physics of breakdancing. See you soon. Goodbye.
Wasn't that fantastic? Well done to Mark and all the gang from the physics of breakdancing, and also to Claire Beck, our lovely DJ. Well done, Claire.
Brilliant stuff. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Yeah?
I was hoping that maybe since the carpet is still there, you'd show us a few moves, no?
The suit got a little tight over Christmas. But if it's there later on, we'll use it. Not for now, because there's many more important people that we're going to meet shortly. We've another special act to preview, and we'll also meet the current BT Young Scientist and Technologist. The winner of last year's competition, Mr. Adam Kelly, is amongst us, and he's had quite the year.
But first, I'd like you all to welcome our esteemed guest onto the stage. Would you give a huge, warm welcome to An Taoiseach Leo Varadkar, Minister for Education and Skills, Joe McHugh, and they are joined by Shay Walsh, the MD of BT in Ireland. Tá fáilte róg. Yep. Fáilte róg.
Usually, tá fáilte roibh go léir, conas atá sibh? Oh, that's great, fantastic. Taoiseach Varadkar, Minister McHugh, Ambassador Barnett, teachers, judges, VIP guests, and above all, our young scientists. You're very welcome to the BT Young Scientists and Technology Exhibition 2020. First thing I have to say to you is, well done. Well done to you for getting here. It's been an enormous achievement just to get here today. So give yourselves a huge round of applause. We had over 1,850 entrants to the projects for the 2020 exhibition, and you have made it this far. And you are now nothing can take this away from you. You are the 56th class of the Young Scientists and Technology exhibition, and the longest running and the largest STEM event of its kind in Europe. Isn't that amazing? So you are all winners already, okay? So give yourselves a round of applause for that. Now, it's kind of understandable. It's a little bit daunting to come here and you know what's in front of you, and a bit of anxiety. So that's perfectly normal. Can I get a show of hands for those who've been here before and done that? There's hardly anybody. A few, right? So the majority of you haven't, okay? So the majority of you are in the same boat. So I can understand a little bit of nervousness. I'll give you some reasons not to be, okay? The first thing is, judging is going to start in about an hour or so. The judges are here to find out about your project. They're not here to interrogate you or to investigate you or examine you, right? It's not an exam. This is why you're interested in the project, what motivated you to do it, what science you used. So the judging is going to be something that's going to be a great experience for you. And you'll have 3 times you'll be judged. By the 3rd time, you'll be a master at it, so you'll be flying through the judging. So that's nothing to be worried about. The second thing is there's lots of downtime. There'll be lots of time for fun. There's 82 special acts, I believe. There's quizzes and discos every night, so you have plenty of time to socialize with each other. And finally, there are 55,000 people coming here, paying here to come and see you. You are the main effect, you are the star attraction. I was at Hosier before Christmas, and he sold out the arena, or the 3 Arena twice. There's only 24,000 at that. So you could argue that you're twice as popular as Hosier, so that's something to be celebrated as well. So look, two things I want to say. Number one is some bits of good news. We have increased the prize money for the overall winner or winners of the Young Scientists Technology Exhibition this year to €7,500. So that's nothing to be sniffed at. You get a lot of iPhones for that. The second piece of good news is the board of the Young Scientists and Technology Exhibition have approved and agreed that BT will become the sponsor for another 3 years until 2023. So thank you, a round of applause to the board for that. Now, one thing I'd like to, just an ask of you, if you like. There's a lot of students here there's some big schools here, there's 50, 60 pupils from some schools. There's some individuals here from a school that might be the only person. So over the next few days, look out for each other, look after each other, have a chat. You're all interested in science. That's what got you curious. That's what got you here today. So please have a chat with people who may be on their own, in your own areas, but also outside your own areas. You'll have plenty of time to socialize. So will you look after each other?
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, this group of people you need to look after as well. These are the redcoats. Can we have a house lights up for the redcoats? Right, you need to be nice. This is my tribe, right? These are the lads and lassies who are going to look after you. They're here primarily to look after your safety, but they're also here to make sure that you get what you need, that you're at your projects, you know what time the judging is at. But please, it's a busy place over the next few days, so please listen out for your redcoats. Now, one last thing, and can you give me a huge BT Young Scientist welcome to give us the opening address of the BT Young Scientist and Technology Exhibition for 2020 on Taoiseach Leo Varadkar.
Thanks very much, everyone, and good afternoon. And really great to see you all here in force and in voice. And thanks very much, Shay, for your introduction and your commitment to the Young Scientist exhibition with BT over the past 20 years. It really is a remarkable legacy. I never had the opportunity to take part in the Young Scientists when I was your age, but as a TD and as a minister and more recently as Taoiseach, I've had the opportunity to come along to the exhibition pretty much every year for the last couple of years. And I have to say, I'm really, really blown away by the work of a new generation, by your imagination, by your determination, and also by your vision for the future. And I also have to confess that it makes me feel a little bit inadequate, because when I was your age, when I was in school, I'm pretty sure we weren't as clever as you guys are. We definitely weren't as confident, and certainly none of us had patents. That's pretty extraordinary that people in school actually patent their work these days. But it is the first time that I've had the opportunity to be here to formally open the exhibition, and a real honour for me to do so, because it is a gathering of world-class research and ingenuity. And this event is always one that gives me hope. It gives me the confidence that our future as a country is bright, and that whatever the challenge is, that you, the leaders of the future, will come up with a response. And I know a lot of the projects here this year talk about issues like gender equality, and also the number one issue that's being dealt with by projects this year is the whole issue of climate change. And you understand intuitively that so many of the solutions to climate change are going to be about new technologies that will be driven by science and by research, that mathematics is the language in which creation is written, and that science and statistics is the way in which knowledge is revealed. And that's really encouraging to know that you understand that intuitively and are already thinking about how we can meet challenges like climate change, at least in part through technological solutions. So there are over 1,000 students here, over 500 projects from over 200 schools, and in many ways you represent Ireland at its best. You're the innovators of tomorrow, you're the entrepreneurs of tomorrow, and you're very much the leaders of tomorrow. Your imagination, your courage, and your determination is already making a difference. And I hope that you're proud of that your teachers are, and your parents are too. I also want to thank Professor Brian Fox, who was here earlier, and thank him for joining us. And his work has encouraged all of us to be more curious about the world around us, and encourage us to innovate and also to investigate. And I particularly want to welcome all of those who are participating in the primary science fair. Not sure if anybody is here today from the primary schools. Hands up if you are. I think there's a few, but thanks very much for being here, because you're very much helping to answer the big questions of our world today. And the calibre of the projects that you're producing leaves me in no doubt that you'll be challenging to win the Young Scientist exhibition in only a few short years. This year, believe it or not, 50,000 people are going to come in to the RDS to visit your stands. And it's a remarkable tribute to the quality of the research that you've done and a testament to the way that the exhibition is run. So with that in mind, I really want to thank Shay, thank Mary and their team, and also the team here in the RDS for making this event possible every year. This competition challenges the very best across our country, encourages all of you to be your best. And as you know, Adam Kelly won the exhibition last year and then went on from that to win the EU Young Scientists competition, and then had an asteroid named in his honour, which is pretty phenomenal. And went on after that to win the International Science and Engineering Award at the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair in Phoenix, Arizona. So I think that's a pretty amazing achievement. So I want all of us to give him a round of applause and congratulate him for that. As you know, part of our ambition and part of our mission as a government is to nurture and encourage people to study the STEM subjects: science, technology, engineering and maths. And in particular, we want to tackle the inherent gender bias that's been there in the past. And I know we're succeeding because today at this exhibition, 60% of the participants are women, are female. So we know that science and maths isn't just for boys anymore, and you're the proof of that. But it is for boys as well, so keep doing it. And so many projects here suggest that change is coming, whether it's Loretto Secondary School from Balbriggan on their investigation as to whether confidence affects people's interests in pursuing a career in STEM. Lanesford Community College from Longford on whether gender drives subject choice, the senior cycle and beyond. Naas Community College investigating whether girls and women drop out of sport earlier than males and why. And also St Mary's Secondary School in Glasnevin and their investigation as to how we can shift Ireland's cultural perception about women and girls taking part in sport. And we also see projects on technological innovations, on climate change, on healthcare, and also on well-being, which is really important to me as a medical doctor. My favourite poet is the great American poet Maya Angelou, and she famously said that you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And regardless of the results here on Friday, just being here means that you're all winners. So I encourage you to keep innovating, keep creating, keep using your imagination to help build a better Ireland and a better world. And it's my pleasure with that to formally declare the Young Scientists 2020 officially open. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Taoiseach, Leo Varadkar. Thank you very much, on Taoiseach.
Now, as the Taoiseach mentioned there, the Irish government, and especially the Department of Education and Skills, are key supporters in this event. So we'd now like to welcome onto the podium the Minister for Education and Skills, Minister Joe McHugh.
Gurmaigat Roisin agus a hantas hag Aidan agus Shay agus Antisha agus Livshe Hain na Dinne Áige agus na Munchery Fahonja and Sar Ober at Tajanta Har Nolig agus an Brishu agus Riv Nolig agus Fahonja and Chumanta agus Fahonja and Jigrasa agus and Chumanta Fasto. So for that commitment, for that effort over Christmas and the break for the teachers and the young people, you've made a big sacrifice to be here, so I just want to acknowledge that in the first instance. I'm going to be very brief. I'm not going to keep you, I'm not going to hold you back, but I just want to say two observations. From last year's event, it was very obvious that a lot of the projects were around how to make life easier for you yourselves as peers. There was one in particular, a young man who was trying to come up with computer software to combat online bullying. So it's very obvious, and very obvious from the projects that are on view this week as well, that you're looking at making life easier for you yourselves, for teenagers, for young people. But also, secondly, it's very obvious that you're tackling the serious challenges of the day. And as the Taoiseach pointed out, in relation to the environmental challenges, 3/4 of the projects are focused on environmental challenge. So I want to salute you for showing the leadership, for showing the roadmap and signposting our generation, the generations that caused a lot of the troubles that we face today. But for that leadership, I want to salute you and acknowledge you for that. Agus fáhanne na rudi fiontra, nu aliacht, agus marajern and tisha cruhiacht, for the innovation, the enterprise, and also that creativity. And my message is quite simple. Keep doing what you're doing. As they say up in Gidor, Askelike Conigol, keep her lit. Keep doing what you're doing. It's working, and you are inspiring not just your generation, you're also inspiring my generation to make this world a better place to live in. And I know that the confidence that you spread and all the people that will come here, 50,000 people will come to this centre and view that. That'll inspire them, that'll motivate them, and that'll help them to believe that there is a better future. Arish Mahandas Mukwarjahas, August Mabuiahas, August Bunsultas, Harna Lehanta Ataroin. And the good news is there's no homework for a few days as well. Well done. Thank you. Gurmaiga.
Milamad Ara, and we look forward to welcoming you again to our ceremony on Friday. Milabich is Shay Freshen and Bullabus Moore, Dun Taoiseach, Leo Varadkar, Gurmilamaging. Gurmilamad. Gurmilamad.
Taoiseach, cheers. Take care. All the best. Now, we have another sneak peek at one of our very special acts. As Shay mentioned, there's 80-something throughout the week. These guys are a brand new act. They debuted their show at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, no less. Do you want to see them? Yeah, they're called Morgan and West.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rhys Morgan. I'm Robert West. Together we are Morgan and West, Unbelievable Science. And as we are all aware, almost everything in the universe is made up of atoms. And here is how scientists determined their structure. Sort of.
Yes. Now, in order to determine the structure of the atom, the first thing that you need is a very thin sheet of gold foil. Sadly, due to budgetary constraints, we do not have any gold foil, no matter how thin or otherwise it may be. And so, this afternoon, that gold foil will be represented by
this box.
Yes, indeed. The next thing that you need, of course, are some radioactive alpha particles. Unfortunately, due to health and safety constraints, we do not have any alpha particles, no matter how radioactive or otherwise they may be. And so, this afternoon, they shall be represented by
sticks. Pointy sticks. Now, here is the experiment. We're going to fire the alpha particles.
That's the pointy sticks.
At the gold foil.
That's this big old box.
And by measuring how they bounce and scatter off of it, it will give us an idea of the nebulous, unknown mass contained within.
Hello!
Wait for it. You would expect the alpha particles to simply bounce off of what we imagine to be the large solid atoms within the gold foil. However, what we actually find is that almost all of the alpha particles pass straight through.
Even if they come in from different angles, like this. They still go straight through the foil, like this. As if there was absolutely nothing there, like this. Now, of course, we all know that there are a bunch of gold atoms in the way. So something funny's going on.
Particles either pass straight through the foil or are only very slightly deflected, and only a very tiny number are rebounded like that. And what we're seeing here is evidence that all of an atom is empty space, and all of the matter, all of the stuff is contained within a very tiny area in the middle called the nucleus. And this is not just gold atoms, this is all atoms. Everything that you can see and feel and experience, whether it's gold or sticks,
Or people in boxes.
is made up almost entirely of empty space. This is the only answer that fits. And when presented with overwhelming evidence, science changes its ideas, even if they are completely unbelievable, and even if it means completely rethinking the way we view the world.
How they sort of determined the structure of the atom.
Ladies and gentlemen, persons one and all, you've been a lovely audience.
We've been Morgan and West. Thank you.
Wow,
did you do
amazing.
that?
We need to check out that box when we go backstage again.
Very good stuff. You can
Weren't
see
they
Morgan and West all
fantastic?
week. Do you like that? Yeah.
Hey! And they're going to be here all week with their show, Unbelievable Science. Now, as we mentioned to you earlier on, we're going to be meeting our current young scientist and technologist, Adam Kelly, in just a moment. So, like Yi, today he was sitting here last year not knowing that he was going to be crowned the BT Young Scientist and Technologist for 2019. And not only that, he went on to represent Ireland in the European Union contest in Sofia, and he came first place there as well. So we're going to meet him in one short minute, but before that, we're just going to take a look at the 2019 exhibition highlights. Take a look at this. to the stage our 2019 BT Young Scientist and Technologist. It's Adam Kelly.
Welcome back, Adam.
How are you, sir?
Good to see you. Come on in there. How are you?
Strange being back? No, it's good. Good. Playing it cool, I like it.
You hold that mic up nice and high.
What
How are you?
a year you've had.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the highlights of this year for you.
Yeah, I've done quite a lot, and it's been absolutely great. So, straight after the Young Scientist, I got to go to England with Mary and John, who help run the Young Scientist. We got to go to Bletchley Park, which was really, really good because I read a biography of Alan Turing, and it was incredibly interesting. And we got to go to Cambridge, and we got to go to BT's Research Centre. They have some really interesting stuff going on there. So one of the best parts about winning the Young Scientist is you get to go on to another competition, which is the European Union competition for young scientists. And what it's like is, it's like the Young Scientist, but like if you scaled it back to just 100 people and made it like 5 times as competitive. So it's like all the winners of all the individual national competitions, just like the Young Scientist, all go on to compete at this event. So they're from countries like, you know, all over Europe. So you got England, maybe you got France, Germany, but also from further afield. So places like America, Canada. I think we had a Korean guy there this year. So it's a really, really great event, and you get to go and see. I got to see some of Bulgaria. I got to meet loads of friends who I still talk to today, and then there's loads of great prizes. So I won a pretty good one.
Like first place, which is probably
You're
the best
so
one.
modest. Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
modest.
he's number 1 in Europe. And like you say, a bit like the Eurovision, there was other countries who aren't even in Europe in it as well.
Yeah.
So you're more than even the European champion. So congratulations on that. On Taoiseach Leo Varadkar mentioned earlier, you've an asteroid named after you. Is that true?
I mean, like, yeah, but I haven't really got the form or anything yet, so.
Okay, it's in the post.
It's coming down the line.
Okay, but it's somewhere up there. And what's the name of it?
I haven't got the form yet, so I don't really know.
Okay, might be a more scientific name. Well, look, it's great to have you back, and congratulations on the year you have, and of course the project that got you here in the first place. So like Roisin said, you were sitting out there this time last year, about to kick off your Young Scientist and Technologist adventure. What advice do you have for our students of 2020?
Yeah, so last year, I think Simon Meehan gave some advice, and I think I also saw Shane Curran, who won the year before, going round, and I asked him what advice he had, and it was pretty good, so I'll pretty much just repeat what he said. First of all, the judging isn't something to be kind of worried about. It's very easy to get very sort of stressed about it because, you know, you don't know what they're going to ask you, but, you know, this is possibly one of the few chances you're going to have to talk about a project. First of all, that you really are interested in, hopefully, and they'll have to listen, which is great. And furthermore, they want to know what your project's about. So it's a great opportunity to really sort of dive into what you're interested in. And then in regards to actually doing the judging, just make sure you get across what makes your project special. You know, it's very easy just to talk about, you know, little bits that you're interested in, but like, you got to think what's special about what I did, and that's what you got to try and get across in your judging.
Bring it to life for the judges. I think that's great advice. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a warm welcome to last year's winner, who'll be back here on Friday once again, Adam Kelly.
Well done, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you very much. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the official opening ceremony of the BT Young Scientists and Technology Exhibition for 2020. Are we excited? Are we looking forward to the greatest week of our young lives?
Yes.
It is going to be an amazing adventure. We will see you back here on Friday for our award ceremony. Don't go just yet. We just want to wish you, from Roisin and I and all at BT and everyone involved in the competition, the very best of luck. Have a great week.
Gwnari le bhealach agus bánigí sult as an cúpla lá tá mai cínta go mai an-sport agus an-crack agaí.
Now, you don't have to go just yet because we're going to welcome back to the stage one of our special acts this year to perform once again. These are the Physics of Breakdancing. See you Friday!
They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Hey girls, what y'all trying to do? What y'all trying to do?
guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. Make sure to check out the physics of breakdancing. Make sure you go down to the Explorium stand, check out their exhibits. You can win a free school tour. Check it out at W19. Again, thanks to the Institute of Physics. Let's see one more time. Let's make some more noise for the B-boys. DJ, drop that beat. Let's go.
You can get your head down so you can just sit down and just sit still. Hey, we trying to have a good time tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. It's my birthday. No, it's not. But I still look good, though. How come? Ow. I bet you want an autograph. You and your friends. Gotta do it in the penthouse. That's where I came up.
Have a great week, guys. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Best of luck to everyone.